Down. Today and tomorrow, Shell is powering everybody forward.
Stein Green and Finder really went to bat for my case, and it changed my life. Thank you for getting me $200,000. Stein Green and Finder really went to bat.
Call Stein Green and Finder,
and it changed my life. Thank you for getting me.
7 News. Stay connected 24/7. Now at 10.
A Georgia fort placed on lockdown when an active shooter triggers trouble. A police SUV goes up in flames. Now detectives are searching for a motive. Alligator Alcatraz in the hot seat as a judge determines whether the detention center violates environmental law. This comeback film reminiscing on sweet moments lost in the Palisades fire. And the only Michelin star restaurant in Broward is shining bright for Dine Out Lauderdale. Good morning, South Florida. I'm Olivia Tenenti in for Alex Diarmas.
And I'm Tavares Jones. Today in Florida at 10 starts now.
This is 7 News Today in Florida.
A live view of beautiful downtown Miami on this Thursday morning, August 7th. It's looking great out there.
Yeah, let's get you a check of the area weather as we start your day. Meteorologist Erica Delgado in the Plex with the first look for us. Hey, Erica, good morning.
Hey, Tavares, Olivia. In South Florida, we have some showers and storms that we'll have to be watching for today. Here's the setup. We have a front that's stalled to the north of us and a mid-level disturbance near the Bahamas. A lot more in the way of moisture, and that front is trapping moisture over South Florida, which means we'll see a better chance for rain and storms today. It doesn't look like we'll see any severe weather today, but of course, as we're very familiar with here in South Florida, any strong thunderstorm could quickly turn severe. But what you will need today will be those umbrellas, unfortunately. Temperatures for some are rain cooled now. We're back down to 81 in Fort Lauderdale with some rain that is pushing through the area. Hollywood as well, 82, but still a steamy 88 in Pompano Beach. 79 in Hialeah, other areas that are rain cooled at the moment. 87 in Miami and in Homestead, where conditions are still dry. We were rain cooled in Marathon and Big Pine. We're back into the lower 80s after dropping to the 70s. 86 still in Key West, 84 in Isla Morada. We have more moisture coming off the Bahamas. Some of that rain pushing through Broward County and Miami-Dade, seeing some of those heavy downpours, and that's why areas like Hollywood and Hialeah are rain cooled. And we've had some thunderstorms over the middle to lower Keys. All of that continuing to drift toward the southwest with more rain on the way. So as we work our way through midday and early afternoon, we're looking at scattered to numerous thunderstorms. So have that rain gear with you. Close look at the days ahead. That's coming up in a few minutes.
Now at 10, a U.S. Army sergeant taking aim at his fellow soldiers, forcing a Georgia military base into lockdown. Now he's behind bars. Investigators say he shot and injured 5 soldiers before he was taken down.
7's Michael Yoshida in Georgia with the very latest.
Army Sergeant Cornelius Radford is in custody on suspicion of shooting and wounding 5 of his fellow soldiers at Fort Stewart. The gunfire erupting just before 11 Wednesday morning on the military base near Savannah, Georgia.
Mag Station 1, mutual aid request for a gunshot wound on Fort Stewart.
A law enforcement official briefed on the case tells CNN the suspect had a disagreement with one of the shooting victims Tuesday. Wednesday, he followed that coworker to a maintenance area and shot him in the chest before shooting 4 others.
Soldiers in the area that witnessed the shooting immediately and without hesitation tackled the soldier, subdued him, that allowed law enforcement to then take him into custody.
Lubis says Radford used a personal handgun, not a military weapon, in the shooting. Investigators now trying to figure out how he got the gun through the base's security before carrying out the shooting at his place of work.
At our gates, we have armed guards and protective equipment. This one's a bit difficult, and we're going to have to determine how he was able to get a handgun to his place of duty.
Fort Stewart trains and deploys active and reserve Army units. It's home to the 3rd Infantry Division and thousands of families who live on the base.
This is heartbreaking. I mean, these are the folks that protect us.
Michael Yoshida.
But it's like he's trying to run a one-man band out there. Behind his seat. And leave a comment below. This is a make-or-break season for he's got to make an impact. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all you beautiful people out there across the lands on YouTube as we get ready for another day. It is Thursday the 7th, already blowing through the month of August. Some people sitting back going, I got to get my damn kids to school. Some people sitting out there right now having a good time, jumping on the Brandon Mason Show live here with me, Vaughn, in the building, having a good time. All these beautiful people in the chat, we thank you for coming in today. We got the Epstein list. We got a lot to talk about, baby. Welcome back to the Brandon Mason Show. That's right. That's right. We got a lot going on. I'm going to pull some stuff I want you guys to understand. There is a lot happening. People say, what's going on with the Epstein list? We got the updates today. We're going to go over it. A lot of things. I got some hot topics, some headlines I'm going to read off to you as well. But yes, the Epstein list, you look on that right now, you will get a pretty good inclination. Also, the Clintons. There's a subpoena out for the Clintons right now. Take a look at more things. Is Trump on the list? What's going to happen? Who's going to get arrested? We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Before I do that, though, let me give you some quick headlines on today's show. I want to tell you, Texas mother arms 13-year-old son to plan an attack at a school. Like, what is going on there? Mother's helping her son plan that? I don't know about that. Trump moves nuclear submarines after Russian president says some crazy tweet online. He goes, okay, say one more thing. We're going to move those nuclear submarines closer and closer to you. Keep playing games. You know, Trump's not playing games out there. Next, the U.S. birth rate hit an all-time low, says the CDC data. Says the U.S. birth rate is dropping down. It's because people are stressed out. I mean, what are people thinking? What are people doing? But the birth rate has dropped. And we know the baby boomer stage, all that, but it has dropped down. New Hampshire, the first state to ban sex change for minors. They said, we're not doing that shit. They banned that and said, forget that. We're done. They're the first state to ban it and say it's done. It's not happening. Will that continue to move on state to state? Brittany Griner, WNBA star, forcing her to conduct a gender check. You hear about that, Vaughn? They've been talking about that. I don't know. Vaughn's in the booth right now. His face says it all. He's like, I don't know about
I didn't hear about that.
They might force her to do a gender check. I'm just saying, a lot of people would say she's a great basketball player in the WNBA, but who the hell knows? That's something that was brought up. Next, Botox, buy now, pay later. They're saying, hey, you can go get it now and pay later. But the thing about Botox, you got to understand, as you get to your 40s and your 50s and your 60s, whatever, even girls in their 20s now doing Botox, if you buy here, pay later, what happens is you get the Botox now, and then what? As you're paying on it, you got to get it done again. So now you're going to just continuously get into like a cycle where almost as if like you just have Botox payments adding up at that point. Like you'll just be behind the wheel.
But what if you don't do your payments? What happens?
You don't
it just goes on your credit score?
It goes on your credit score. It goes on your credit score. Then you're not getting Botox anymore from them. That's for sure. Okay, next thing. Meta offers a young kid $1 billion. And I saw this on the other show, watch Patrick David, and they said, you know what? Shout out to the 50 people in the chat as more people start coming into the building right now. What I was saying is Meta offers a young kid $1 billion, but a lot of parents are like, what should my kid do when he grows up? I got questions. What should we do? Should he go into this? Should he become a doctor or a lawyer? Should he become a business owner? Now, let me tell you something. Meta offered this kid $1 billion as an AI engineer. Just saying, parents out there trying to get your kids into something, an AI engineer is not a bad way to start. And then they offered another kid, 24 years old, another kid, over $250 million to have him come in and also to encourage this kid they offered $1 billion to actually take the deal. The kid didn't take the deal. I thought you offered $1 billion, you don't take the AI engineer deal with Meta. Something severely confusing there. So
you might end up on some Epstein list.
Back to getting in that's a good segue into what we're about to talk about, right? So right into the Epstein list. What is going on? Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, listen, people watching this right now, we got tons of videos, tons of clips. You're new in the building right now. Put first time. Shout out to the 60 people in the chat. If you're watching live in the building, should they release the Epstein list, yes or no? I got some new clips for you. Got some videos. I want you guys to see what's actually going on. Some new information. People that are on that list, and yes, the Clintons are being subpoenaed. A lot of other celebrities too. So we're going to dive into that right now. You guys know what we're talking about. We're talking about Jeffrey Epstein. Ghislaine Maxwell said, some people said he's still alive, which that's another question we got to get into. Let's get right to the nitty gritty of what some people are saying. Let's take a look at this clip.
Jeffrey Epstein has no client list, but I ran an escort agency for 5 years. During one of those years, I actually kept track of my clients, and my list is over 10,000 names. When I was arrested, the prosecutors wanted my list. I told them they could have it. if they went after the men the same way they went after me, which was to take all of their money and arrest them by an armed SWAT team. And guess what? They didn't want my list. They just wanted to cover up who was on there so it never got out to the public. The same way with Jeffrey Epstein's list. We will never know who's on there. It's a cover-up.
So hold on a second. What I just heard from her is just like, you know, they just want to get the information. They want to hide it. Whoever's on that list, maybe, just maybe, even though they know people are on the list, they're like, you know what? If we can just get everything we need, all the evidence we get on our side, then they can determine whether or not they release the list or not. Basically, hey, we got the people, kind of like the Diddy case, kind of dives into that. Like, why did they raid all these houses, get all this information, all the computers and laptops and everything, not to go down there and crush it? Because I watched that whole case. You guys saw it in there watching the case. Shout out to people that are in the chat right now. Bandito in the building. Chrome in the building. Hold on a second, Chrome. You know I got you. Make some noise! Christina, RB, Big Bill, Pitbull, Mama. People in the chat right now. Nathan. Let me scroll up. Brittany in the chat. Brenda. Elsa in the chat right now. David, if you're in the building right now, put a message. I'm going to shout you out. Our moderators, Candy, Pippa, Mama, and Tracy. We love and appreciate you. Roger's in the building. Let me go on up real quick. Pop's in the house. Everybody that's in here right now. Eric, if I didn't say your name, leave a freaking message right now so I can see big time in the house. How you feeling, RB? What's going on? I scrolled all the way up, scrolling back down. People in the chat right now. What state are you based in? Let's get it back because we were off all last week. We came in this week. We jumped in. We're back in the new booth, back in the new studio. If you're watching live right now and it's your first time, let us know. But if you've been here before, put your damn state in the chat right now. Let them know where you're from in the damn building right now. Chad is back in the building. Chad Fletcher, how you feeling in the building? More people. Who else? Let me check some of these names here. My screen is updating over here a little faster. Who else is in the building right now so I can shout you out? Marley, how are you feeling? Welcome to the show. Shout out to 85 people as we get ready to move on. So look, at the end of the day, you saw that clip. Now, let's move on. What I want to say is this. The Epstein list is surfacing somewhere around somebody's desk, right? The best segue into this, V, is here. Von's in the chat right now. Just you guys know, Von is in the building. Von's in the booth hanging out with us again today. Hopefully he's here every day as we continue building our panel. But most days. Most days. He's in the chat. He's in the building. So as we get ready to do that, I want to segue into where the conversation really is. And that's where we look at Ghislaine Maxwell. We'll get to her where she's going house arrest in just a second. But the segue that I want to show, this video here introduces it and goes, the FBI has a list. The people got the list. Why is it not in the open? This one we got to see.
I'm not saying it's not there. Who are you going to get that? For instance, who is currently holding, this is way off the topic, but who has Jeffrey Epstein's Black Book? Black Book. FBI. But who? There's... Oh, that's under direct control of the director of the FBI. Just like the manifesto from the Nashville school shooting of the Catholic school. Yeah. We still haven't seen that, right? It's not the Nashville police or PD saying we don't want this out. The FBI airmailed into that operation and said this is not getting out. Because they do that because this is another government gangster operation. All these local law enforcement communities get funding from the DOJ and FBI for local programs. And if you don't cooperate, you're not getting your $1 million for this, and you're not getting and that's a lot of money to these local districts. That's how they play the game.
You know, it's the same thing with Epstein's list. It's like, what the hell are these Republicans doing? Oh,
I saw you
give out the list.
I saw you make news this morning about that. I gotta get to that. Yeah. You say that the FBI has Epstein's list. They're sitting on it. That doesn't seem like something you should do. You're protecting the world's foremost predator. That seems like an evil thing to do, regardless of who may be embarrassed in the release of that list. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest pederast, the largest scale pederast in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list.
Why is it? That's a question people got. Who's being protected? Right, that's what we're going to get to right now. Curry in the building, how you feel? Let me go in the building and see what's going on in the chat right now. If you're in the building right now watching live and you're a subscriber, put an S in the chat right now. If you're a subscriber of the show, put an S in the chat right now. If it's your first time watching, put first time. The question we got to talk about right now is this. The people, when that list comes out, and many people get their hands on the list, whether it's FBI, whether it's Joe Biden, whether it's his team, because we don't know if Joe Biden was all there or not really sure, to be honest with you. And then you get to Donald Trump. they have a lot of differences. Republican, Democrat, they got a lot of differences. Where they live, what they do, how they operate, the business they came from. They have a lot of differences. But it's what do they have in common? One thing they have in common so far is they don't want that damn list out. That I can tell you right now. And shout out to the 100 people in the building. Make some noise! They don't want that list out for whatever reason. And I will say this. As many people as we know that know about the list and have seen the list, it started now coming to the forefront. So today what we want to talk about more importantly is Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine, whatever you want to talk about, we can say what you got to say. But her ass now went from being in a high security prison 20 years. I got the clip. I'm going to show you what she was saying before she got 20 years in prison. She is now in a lower setup, less security. What I'm saying is, and I don't know this to be true, but I do believe she spoke with the DOJ, right? We already know that.
Yeah.
She's done that. Now it's how, as soon as she did that and had that conversation, I'm going to start speaking now. She went 2-3 years, from what we know, of not speaking. Maybe she did and whatever. But now all of a sudden she moves into a different setup, a different system, much easier. And my understanding is the more she keeps talking about it, the more she keeps ratting on people is what I think. She's going to find her ass in house arrest. I think she's going to eventually start moving slower down the line, losing some time. And that's what I think.
But what year did she originally get arrested? Like 2018, 2019?
I think she went to jail though. I think she's been in prison now 2 or 3 years though. I think she's been in there 2 or 3 years, like actually behind bars. We're going to show that clip in a second. And I got a bunch of new, if you're watching live right now in the building, I got a bunch of new videos. I had to segue you in if you weren't watching our show before with some of these clips, but I got a bunch of shit to watch. Take a look at this.
You feel safe because there's threats on your life, so do you feel safe?
Yes, I feel safe. I don't have any safety issues.
Because as you told me, jails are sometimes dangerous, and Jeffrey Epstein died in jail. Do you believe that he committed suicide? Because many don't.
No, he didn't. I don't believe he did. I believe that he was murdered.
She has no shame, she has no heart, she has no conscience.
For Virginia Giuffre and survivors like her, there is no disputing the facts. As the court found, Ghislaine Maxwell procured underage girls for Jeffrey Epstein. She groomed them, sexually abused and trafficked them. In many ways, some say, she was even worse than the despicable Epstein.
I don't mean to sound sexist in any way, shape, or form, but I expected it from a man, but I didn't expect it from a woman. And, yeah, I think that's what hurts the most.
What do you make of Ghislaine Maxwell's decision to speak from jail like this?
It wasn't a surprise. It wasn't a surprise because it gives her still that feeling that she's in control, even behind bars. And I think she's doing it for attention.
Randy Kogan is a psychologist based in Florida's Palm Beach.
Okay, slow down so I can understand. Tell me what happened.
For years now, she's been treating women who, as girls, were abused by Epstein and Maxwell. Is she a monster?
I think in many ways she is. What Ghislaine did, she hunted, she preyed on these girls and procured them for sexual exploitation and sexual trafficking. That's a monster.
But from behind bars, Maxwell is determined to present a selfless side as she discusses her future with brother Kevin.
If you, when you win your appeal and get out of prison, do you think you'll be accepted again by the people who were once your friends?
Well, I can't know what my friends will do or won't do. I mean, my focus won't be on that. I will always turn to what I've now decided that will form the rest of my life, which is helping other people who are or have been incarcerated.
I just would like to thank you so much, and it's such an honor to be here.
Attaching herself to causes is not new for Ghislaine Maxwell.
I'm here representing civil society.
It was not that long ago, in an attempt to distance herself from Epstein, her great passion was to save the planet's oceans.
The deep sea and the wild animals that live there.
Now, it's other inmates and, of course, herself, with yet another spin on her relationship with former boyfriend Epstein.
When you look back and what you think your biggest mistake was?
I obviously wish I'd never met her, because I didn't know that he was so awful. I mean, obviously now, looking back with hindsight, of course.
Do you consider yourself a victim of Jeffrey?
Well, I don't love the use of the word victim. But clearly, the fact that I worked for him and that I spent time with him and knew him has devastated my life and hurt many people that I love and hold dear that are around me.
Do you believe that?
I don't. I believe that Jeffrey Epstein was an opportunity to her, and I believe that she was an opportunity to Jeffrey Epstein. Without Jeffrey, I don't believe that Ghislaine could have maintained the lifestyle that her father gave her for most of her life.
Well, he paid her $30 million.
That's exactly right. And he got plenty in return.
If Ghislaine is a victim of anyone, according to Randy Cogan, it is most likely her domineering father, the disgraced media baron, Robert Maxwell. He fleeced hundreds of millions of dollars from his employees' pension funds before his body was found floating in the Atlantic Ocean, having apparently fallen overboard from his yacht, the Lady Ghislaine. The official cause of his mysterious death in 1991 was heart attack and accidental drowning. But in echoes of her response to Epstein's suicide, Ghislaine believes in something more sinister, as she revealed in this interview in 1992.
What do you feel? What happened to him? You'll never know, so you'll never be 100% sure of exactly what took place. The only thing I'm sure of is that he did not commit suicide.
I feel that Robert and Jeffrey have very similar qualities. And I feel that Ghislaine spent most of her life trying to please her father. And her father groomed her to be this socialite, to learn how to read people and manipulate and exploit people.
People who spent time with Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein when they were together say that Ghislaine was deeply in love with Jeffrey Epstein, that she would do anything for him. Can what happened to those girls be categorised as an act of love? That she was acting out of love for Jeffrey, and that's why she did these despicable things?
I don't.
Well, now, as we get further into that, I appreciate you guys watching that video real quick. Shout out to the 200 people in the freaking building. Give you guys a chance to make some money right now. If you're watching live, smack that damn like button. If we get to 100 likes in the next minute, I'll give a lucky one of you $200. All you got to do is double tap your damn screens right now. If you're watching on your phone and you're enjoying the show right now with us, watching Epstein and what's going on with Ghislaine Maxwell, is she going to house arrest, all that. If you're watching live on your phone like this, double tap your damn screen like that and get some freaking money right now. Shout out to all you beautiful people watching, 270 people in the building. And if you're stressed out, sit back and do what? Smoke weed every day. Just saying, you can do that if you got to do that. Now let's move into the piece of the conversation right now, because we got a lot of videos we're going to talk about. But Vaughn, you just saw that too. Like, she basically was behind bars. It was like she was comfortable. She was explaining it, but then it got a little edgy where she was like, hey, you know, I think she thinks that the way she said it was, he didn't do it to himself. He didn't commit suicide is what she's saying. She's saying that this was something that was an inside job inside of there because he knew too much information, maybe.
Yeah.
That's the way I'm just taking it right now. That it could have been because he knew too much shit, almost like how Diddy was. He's in prison. If he's in there, the longer he's in there, the longer Diddy's in there, more shit gets leaked, more people talk about things. They want that. They don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Especially the people that got a lot of freaking power in there behind this. So, you know, what I'm showing here is this. Ghislaine Maxwell, if you guys are watching live in the chat right now, she's in a lower secured prison now going, you know what? Kind of moving down. She went from being in this max security shit, moving down to possibly now, mark my word on this. I'm telling you, mark my word on this. There's a possibility that she can go on house arrest. And I started thinking of going, house arrest though, but if you're on house arrest, can you be on house arrest for 20 years though? Like,
I mean, if I don't know, is she going to be on house arrest until like she has to go back to court for resentencing, or are you saying she's going to get paroled and be on house arrest for X, Y, Z?
Like almost like
time? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. But like, I don't think there's anything where you can't be on house arrest. But there's like, can she get off on good behavior? What kind of good behavior can you have like at the house? Like you just at the house watching movies. Like it's much better than being in prison watching movies. Which, if you don't even get I don't even watch movies or not.
But they said that the prison that she got moved to is like a country club.
That's what I'm saying. The country club, some people aren't even living that nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the 300 people in the building right now.
Make some
Here's what I'm saying though, okay? She starts talking. People are worried about what's happening. The big time people. Now, what I want to say is if you're watching live in the building right now, I will say this. Not only is it possible she could be on house arrest, you see it on there. What I want to say, another piece of the pie is this. Will it be the Clintons get subpoenaed? Now, if they show up and they go to court, they'll go to Washington, whatever. All these people that are getting subpoenaed. Now, it's not just the Clintons. I'm using them as an example. People watching the show right now. The Clintons are on there. But if anybody else shows up to Washington and they plead the fifth, I'm not talking. If everyone comes in collectively and goes, I'm not saying anything, Republicans, Democrats, and I'm not even saying Trump, I'm not saying he's involved, I'm just saying, say he is, whatever. If they show up and they don't say anything, they have evidence though, because Ghislaine, Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison, and Jeffrey Epstein went to prison, and he, quote unquote, killed himself, whatever, didn't. But they're in prison because something happened. Like, they're not in there because nothing happened.
Yeah,
right?
they were convicted of their crimes.
They're convicted of the crimes, so therefore they had to be doing something.
Yeah.
Right? You with me with that?
Yeah.
All right. We're on the same page so far in the building right now. Something happened. Shout out to the people in the building right now. 375 people. Everybody put 300 in the chat right now if you're watching live in the damn building. If it's your first time watching, put first time, because everybody in here is going to shout you out and say what's up to you. Make sure if you're joining us for the first time, you like and subscribe to Sports Entertainment every damn day, 10 to 11. Now, what I want to get across is this. The Clintons get subpoenaed. And why this is big, right, is because all the Democrats out there that are like, you know, Trump's in office, he needs to release the list. Apparently, he's on the list somewhere. I don't think it would be a facade. I'm not saying he's on the list as a client per se, but I am saying he's on the list. I mean, not everybody could be making this up, right? He's maybe been there before as a guest.
Yeah.
But the guest of the island is a little suspect. Now, if you're watching live in the building right now, I don't know if you're a Trump supporter or not. Shout out to the 400 people in the chat. I don't know if you're a Trump supporter or not. Let us know, because we cover sports entertainment here in the building. If you're a Trump supporter, put Trump in the chat right now. If you're not, then put impeach. If you don't like Trump by now, then you probably want to impeach him.
Hey, but it's just convenient how the DOJ, the second in command, is Todd Blanche. That's his former personal criminal attorney. So
True.
It's like, and then he talked to her one-on-one, and now she's in minimum security prison. So it's like,
just like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying basically, if you're watching live right now, smack that like button.
He has something to do with this.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
In some type of way.
Now, without saying too much, shout out to the 400 people in the freaking building. Make some noise! You're watching live for the first time, let us know. And if you're in the building, if you love Trump, put it out there. If you don't, let me know. Republican, Democrat, talk in the chat. You people watching us live, hanging out. This is a freaking community. And if you're not talking in the chat, what the hell are you doing here? Open up your phones and communicate. That's all I'm saying. If you're watching live at work right now and you got your ear pods in, we love and appreciate you. Keep listening. Join us every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. But you know what? What you said is more like the connection situation, right? So there's a lot of people that are connected in this situation, and there's a lot of people connected in any court situation. If you know judges, if you have a good attorney, they have contacts. We're gonna move in that piece of power right now. Let's take a look at some of these conversations that we got to hear, because this is one that had to be dropped on there. Take a look.
2 people are still trying to keep their names hidden from Jeffrey Epstein's list. But we do have some information about them. So you've probably seen that more than 150 people have been named as associates of Epstein. Bear in mind, it doesn't automatically mean they've done anything wrong, but the likes of Stephen Hawking and Michael Jackson are on there. And there are even more to come, but 2 people are still appealing being named. One is referred to as Doe 110. All we know is it's someone whose name and association with Epstein has been widely publicised by the media. Then there's another, Doe 107, who is a woman who's arguing she faces a risk of physical harm in her country of residence. She's been asked to provide more information to the judge.
So hold on a second. So the Clintons get subpoenaed, right? So what I'm saying is, if it's the Clintons, right, and then it starts going down the line. I got a video that's got a bunch of people apparently that are on this list. Okay, the Epstein celebrity list. I'm going to play that right now. Shout out to the 600 freaking people in the building right now. If you're watching live, we greatly appreciate you. Sit back, sip your Coke, drink your beer, sip your alcohol, whatever you're doing this morning. If you're in this part of the town, I don't know. But if you're watching live right now, put your damn state. If you're watching live right now, put your state in the chat right freaking out. G-Ruff in the building. How you feel? I'm going to start pinning some of your messages up there. Welcome first-timers to the building right now. And we're about to show a clip that you got to see. Let's take a look at this, the Epstein celebrity list. This one gets a little crazy. Take a look. Now, you guys just saw that list. You guys saw the list. Now, that's a celebrity list, quote unquote, of people saying that we're on the list. I don't know about client. I don't know about guests. But what I do know is that when I'm watching that, I get a little confused. Like, okay, the same thing happened again with the Diddy case. Diddy was basically the only one that was really facing any kind of crazy charges. Everyone else was like, it's just all about Diddy. Are they going to make an example out of someone? That's what we're getting right now. Shout out to people in the chat right now. Let me take a look who's in the damn building. Ozzy, how you feeling? Brock, how you feeling? Queen's Place in the building, how you feeling? I'm taking a look at your names right now. Adam Silver in the chat, welcome live. If you're in the building right now, people said did Trump visit the island as a guest or was he a client? Like, if you're coming in the chat right now, let us know how you're feeling, because these are things that are going to be brought to light. I mean, they can't, what I would say, they can't constantly push this whole narrative where there was a list and then they're not saying anything, and then now it's just going to keep brushing over from the Republicans to the Democrats and this and that. The list is going to have to be, something's going to have to happen. Like, she went from high security prison to this and then maybe the house arrest, so she's talking to somebody. Yeah. And then all the subpoenas are coming down. So this is meaning that somebody's doing something, like Trump is doing something, and if he's not doing something, then people are doing stuff behind his back to figure out what's going on.
Because he keeps saying it's a hoax. So he's saying there's no list.
Well, and that's exactly what I think gets him in trouble with the Republicans and Democrats.
Yeah.
Not even just Democrats, but the Democrats start talking. When Trump says stuff like the list is a hoax, then it's like, okay, so basically Epstein went by himself to the island with Ghislaine Maxwell. And that could have been one thing, but basically there has to be something going on, right?
Yeah.
There's a list.
Yeah.
All right. So and I would imagine people in the chat, is there an Epstein list, yes or no? Some people are going to say no. Watch. In the chat right now, is there a freaking Epstein list or is there not an Epstein list? We're asking you because we would honestly like to know what you think. And by the way, shout out to all you beautiful people in the chat right now, live in our studio. We are here this week. It's going to expand. Wait until you see all the shit going on in here. We're going to move across the hall. You're going to see it. We got all kind of shit and action going on. You guys are going to see the widescreen formats and everything. But right now, we got it on the vertical, trying to keep some things quiet right now until we get it out there and get it launched. But what I got to show you right now is some more videos right here. Let's take a look at this one. Look at this.
If he is on the list, let's say if he is, wouldn't they have thrown this out there early on before he was ever running and elected? Wouldn't the Democrats somehow dug deep, found it, and just plastered it all over the New York Post or whatever? Why haven't they turned it out?
Would it have made a difference to you? Because he's 34-time convicted felon, and that doesn't matter to you.
Yes, it would have.
He's been accused of, and that doesn't matter to you.
Yes, it does. Stop it.
So why does this?
It would have made a difference. All I'm saying, if it's really there, Democrats would have dug deep, found it, and showed us. No one showed us.
Look, again, I think there's a lot of people on that list. I don't think there wasn't just a list of Donald Trump. You know, the guy, there are Democrats and Republicans that associated with him. And there's a lot of people that are, and I don't know why it never came out earlier or what it was or there. But the thing is, it wasn't like they had this list before he was arrested either, right? So, it wasn't really out there before.
So this is where shit gets confusing. And this is where I got to tell you, maybe Trump is we can't, we're all saying release the list and all that. And all Republicans and all Democrats, for the most part, probably 99 or 98 at least % of the world's like, list got to come out. If you protect innocent kids, if women, whatever, then men at this point. But if you feel pretty strongly that people should be protected and kids should be protected and whatever, and women, then you're saying they got to release the list because we just got to know what happened. Right? Yeah. That's it. Now, what I'm saying, though, is we haven't given Trump, did we or did we not give him enough time? Like, he got in the office. He can make decisions now. If he wants to, he could probably release a list right now, right? If he said, you know what, release the list right now, we're doing it right now. He could probably do that. But what I'm saying is, in the chat, have we even given Trump enough time to release the list? Like, that's a question that we have, because you have to do things strategically. Like, even when you go to war, unless they're bombing us today, like, you strategically move your military around like we did with Iran. We strategically gave them some time. We did X, Y, Z, then we took care of business. That's what happened.
But why do you have to release it strategically?
So
it shouldn't be hidden from anybody. It should just be released.
Yeah. So in the chat, that's a question for you guys. Should they just release the list right now on YouTube or on internet? Google list here.
Just like they do anything else.
Like they did for the list of the people that were doing like whatever the hell was back in the day. That a bunch of they made a list for the people that were doing taking money from whatever the hell happened. They just put a list on the internet. Go see if you're on the list. Kind of thing.
The PPP?
The PPP. They made a list for that and said, go see if your ass is on the list, right? So maybe they should just put it out there like that. But what I'm saying to people in the chat, if they just go out there, and by the way, shout out right now, if you're watching live in the building right now, I will tell you this. We have over 500 people in the building. We greatly appreciate it. We love you guys. If we get over 200 likes in the next minute, I'll give a lucky one of you $200. All you got to do is double tap your screen. Right now, you're watching live. I'll give you guys a chance to make some money. We got the wheel. It's coming back. We're going to have the wheel. We're going to spin it and give out some money to you people in the building. If you're watching live right now, double tap your damn screens. If we can get to 200 likes the next minute, I'll give a lucky one of you $200. There's a lot of people in here to do it. Let me move on right now. Let me show this clip real quick. Here's a clip that we got to see. And people keep talking about this. What do you got? This Naomi Campbell, now, again, allegedly, right? I'm showing clips that we're finding. Allegedly, take a look.
Direct character assassination. I've always said that I'm not a saint, that I am a work in progress, but I will not be held hostage by my past. What he's done is indefensible. And when I heard of what he'd done, it sickened me to my stomach, just like everybody else, because I've had my fair share of sexual predators, and thank God that I had good people around me that protected me from this. I mean, right now I stand with the victims. I can't, they're scarred for life. For life. I've rubbed shoulders with hundreds of thousands of people. The frightening conclusion here is that if the negative action of your neighbor, colleague, or even an associate can somehow make you guilty too,
So a lot of celebrities now, I got to tell you this, and I don't care where you're from, around the world, whether you're from the U.S., from another country, whatever, people are doing some wild shit we're finding out, like through the grapevine, different years, now, whatever, and you can sit back with family, friends, whatever. You're finding that this has been going on for a long time, even before social media and all that, even back to like Michael Jackson, way before him. This weird shit has been going on for a long time. It just comes to light now more, right? Because of all the cameras, of all the social media. We talked about this yesterday. All the cameras, all social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, they get you, boom. The first thing people want to do is upload some shit they just saw on the internet.
Yeah.
If they can see anything, they're like, boop, YouTube, got you. Like, you don't gotta call the cops anymore. You just gotta get a picture and upload to Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, there's no, let me call 911. It's boop, Facebook Live, whatever. Look what's going on. The whole world sees it. Calling the police is like, the police could potentially protect a person. You put it on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, TikTok Live, YouTube Live. Everyone saw it. It's just happening.
Yeah.
Right. So I think what's happening now is what's coming to light is all these celebrities, the things that we're seeing is starting to be like a little bit of it's a touchy subject, a sensitive situation. But look at this clip here. This is another one that took a bunch of videos and brought them all together, even with Elon Musk, even with Joe Rogan, but even outside of them, they took a compilation of videos and they made this. Take a look at this clip real quick.
You don't think we'll see a list? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? Are people still talking about this guy, this creep?
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
Elon and Trump seem to be in a bit of a spat, Joe. You want to check the tweet that Elon just put out?
Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day. Jesus Christ.
I've been told that there's no way if you're on watch you can kill yourself in that prison.
Could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the death?
The video was not conclusive. It's old, from like 1999. So every night the video is reset, and every night should have the same minute missing.
The American people really have to get vociferous and correct their government and not allow their government to cover up Epstein.
So watching that video again, Elon Musk, here's the crazy part. When you take a look at all social media and you look at all the celebrities too, there's a few main people that make a lot of decisions. Elon Musk, obviously, from a financial standpoint, some people say it's kind of quirky. I mean, Elon Musk is a little quirky. I mean, I watch him in different lights. And it's either he's really smart or he's just very weird and he hired smart people. It's one of those. But what he comes across is everyone has to find out what's going to benefit them in every situation. When he was helping Donald Trump get up there and do a bunch of stuff, he had to figure out, hey, if I work with Trump, maybe he's a big belief in that, but also it's possible, he goes, Trump can help me. But what was ironic about that was Joe Biden was pushing the whole electric car thing, and you would have thought that being Elon Musk, owner of Tesla, whatever, would have said, I'm rocking with those guys because they're going to help me, and Kamala Harris, and they're going to help my whole company. But he didn't do that. He went with Trump because of his beliefs and whatever. But then they got to a whole shitty match of arguments or whatever, and now we're at this point, and Elon Musk is dropping information on like social media platform, which he owns, bought Twitter now, it's called X, formerly known as Twitter from before. And now he's putting messages and little tweets out there, if you want to say tweets, still on Twitter, little tweets out there about Trump, like backdooring him and shit like that. I think that, I'll be honest, I think that's just a sucker move for him to be doing that. Now, if it's right, it's right. But I'm saying to jump on social media and on X and just start putting stuff about Trump like XYZ, is it he's doing the right thing or is he just trying to get back at him?
Yeah, well, if you knew he was on the list from the beginning, like, and you were still chilling with him, that's crazy on your behalf anyway.
There you go. That's a good point. Like, Elon Musk is doing these things now. That's true. He's a big guy now saying XYZ, but the reality is, if he knew about this last year, he helped the guy become president.
Yeah.
So that makes him look really bad.
Yeah.
And no one's actually talking about that. That's actually a good point in the chat right now. You guys agree. Von's right there. Do you agree with what Von just said? Von just literally just gave an interesting point right there. Is if Elon Musk now is stepping up going, well, Elon Musk is putting him on the rug and like whatever, backdooring him and whatever. Why didn't Elon Musk say this shit last year? Or why didn't he say this when he was running behind Trump for president, their best friends and all that? Something obviously didn't go right for them as friends or in business. And now he's like, you know what?
The big, beautiful bill.
The big, beautiful bill was the biggest problem. And that's what took a big hit to Tesla.
Yeah.
Tesla took a big hit there. I got another clip I'm going to show you right now. A lot of these clips that are popping up, I'm looking at them going, Jesus. Here we go. Let's pull this clip up. This was an interesting one here. And the client list is something where, do they just release it? What we were talking about, just release it right now? Or do they say, is there a reason why he's slowly progressing through this? That's all I can think of. Let's take a look at this clip.
I don't believe there's a client list. I don't believe Jeffrey Epstein planned to blackmail anyone. I don't believe Jeffrey Epstein was in the employ of the Mossad or any other intelligence agency or any of these crazy Tucker Carlson theories that are going around.
You asked Epstein, frankly, if he had any dirt on President Trump. What did he tell you?
He said, absolutely not. It was an important issue to him. This was before I knew President Trump at all, of course. This is 2019. I don't suggest that our conversation was limited just to that.
Sure.
But this was at a time in which it would have behooved Mr. Epstein to give up every wealthy and famous person that he knew in his own defense. And so specifically, I asked him about Donald Trump because, they had been publicly associated in the past, and Trump threw him out of his club years earlier. He said absolutely not, and it was important to him that people not cast aspersions on Donald Trump and others who we spoke about by wrongly associating him with any of his activities.
So now all this is starting to come now. Things are starting to fly, and people are like, well, they're going to release the list and yada, yada, yada. If they get to the White House, and this is what I want to talk about, they get to the White House, and everyone's on this list, and they start bringing people to court. This is a 2-3 year of court. Just with Diddy alone, it was like a long thing. They tried to rush it, try to get done. But this could be something that could be a 2-3 year situation anyway. Even if they start now.
Yeah.
You got the subpoenas and this and that, and then it just fades off over time. Is this something, though, that the world's going to let fade off, though? Right?
I'm not sure. Right now, it don't look like it.
It doesn't look like anybody's going to be like, oh, let's just forget about that. Let's move on. Republicans, Democrats, for sure. Democrats are in the building. If you're in the chat right now, Republican or Democrat, let me see it in the chat right now. If you're Republican, put an R in the chat right now. If you're a Democrat, put a D in the chat. Victoria's back in the building. Brittany's back in the building. How you feeling? Diaper Trump, what is going on? We got some names there. Patrick, how are you feeling? Let me get in here right now. Let me pin that message. He said Elon Musk and Donald Trump have something in common. If you're in the chat right now, put an R in the chat, Republican. Put an I for independent. There you go. Put a D right now if you're a Democrat. Let's take a look and see how you guys stand right now as you start pinning some of your messages to the top of the screen. And I got this video clip here. Let's take a look at this clip. So we got this clip here I want to show you guys. Before his death, Epstein gave a list of 12 names he said would never be touched. Take a look at this clip.
I'd like to answer that question, at least today. I'm going to have to assert my fifth.
Jeffrey Epstein is dead, but his record is not. Although no official client list has ever been found, leaked documents and emails have revealed names that appear over and over again like ghosts. Names that were specifically linked to Epstein, not through photos or rumors, but through actual transactions and relationships that spanned many years. Yet strangely, they were never questioned or formally investigated. These were the people Epstein once cryptically said, never be touched. There are 12 names. Who are they? Why are some people so close to the center of the Epstein storm standing still in silence? Bill Clinton, the shadow of the past and unexplained flights. Among the names mentioned frequently in documents related to Jeffrey Epstein, former President Bill Clinton stands out as one of the most notable socialites. According to leaked flight logs, Clinton is believed to have taken at least 20 flights on Epstein's private jet known as the Lolita Express between 2001 and 2003 after he left the White House. Some of the trips were to Africa, where Clinton carried out humanitarian work through the Clinton Foundation. Sources close to Clinton describe the relationship between Clinton and Epstein as not deeply personal, but rather as a social affair, ranging from fundraisers to charity events. However, Clinton's repeated appearances on Epstein's plane, which was later investigated for criminal conduct, have raised questions. Clinton's side has insisted he knew nothing about Epstein's wrongdoings and was simply using the plane for business. One notable detail is that Virginia Giuffre, a woman involved in the Epstein case, said she saw Clinton on the private island of Little St. James, where Epstein often visited. However, there is no direct evidence that Clinton ever stayed there, and he has denied the information, calling it untrue. The former president has never been criminally charged or formally investigated in any case involving Epstein. Clinton's wealth is not as vast as some of the other billionaires in the Epstein network. However, the soft power he possesses from his political legacy to his influence in the diplomatic and philanthropic worlds makes him a particularly sensitive name on any list of connections. To date, the connection between Clinton and Epstein remains at the level of speculation, with no concrete evidence beyond social encounters. No one could have expected this name to appear on the list. Ehud Barak, Israeli politician, mired in Epstein's shadow. Ehud Barak, the former head of the military, who served as Prime Minister of Israel from 1999 to 2001, has long been a symbol of strategic intelligence and political savvy. But since 2019, his name has appeared in a series of documents related to Jeffrey Epstein, not as a political ally.
So here's what gets kind of confusing, and you tell me how you feel too. But here's what gets kind of confusing. When we as people, citizens, right, we take a look at it and go, you know what? When we had Joe Biden in office, the Democrats weren't going crazy, on him saying, you got to release the list. Trump gets in office, and the Democrats go crazy, release the list. Now, as a Republican, I voted for Trump, but no matter who's in office, I'm saying the same thing, and I'm rushing it the same. I'm like, come on, like we got to know what's going on. I would be the same exact way. Is my point. Do you guys in the chat? You tell me how you feel. Do you think that Democrats treat it differently now that Trump's in office? Yes or no? I want to know how you guys feel about that, and I want to see some messages here. Do you guys honestly think that the Democrats come into the building, in the chat, social media, even if you take a look at, in politics in general, do you think that they treat this different now because Trump is in office? Okay. And again, I see people in the chat right now saying that he wasn't on the list. Let me pull, now that you guys are saying that, let me pull that damn thing up, because I got the damn piece right here that I can, at the bottom of the screen, where I can put on there. Give me a second here. Here we go. Bang. Let me slide this over here. There we go. Donald Trump, Epstein list. Is he actually on the list, yes or no? Right? That's a question. Is he on it? And then the other question is he a guest or was he a client? If you go back 20, 30 years, you're talking a lot of time. People make mistakes in a lot of ways. And never will I ever sit back here on this desk and tell you, underage children is something that you can do. That's not possible. But I will say that over the years of time, a lot of things had to take place. Right? You get me on that, right? You with me on that? Everyone in the chat right now, probably in the booth in the studio right now with me on that. Over time, people have done some crazy things. And now, all I know is Ghislaine Maxwell has an opportunity to possibly be on house arrest. And everyone, when I said this yesterday, by the way, if you're watching live right now, smack that like button. If we get to 200 likes the next minute, I'll give lucky person $200. We got 128 likes. We need some of you right now, over 400 people in the chat right now. Double tap your screens right now like this. If you're watching live like this, boop, boop, double tap your screen like that. And I'm telling you, we went up to 200 likes. We give a chance to make some money right now, people in the building. If you're new to the chat right now, if you're new to our chat right now, in the building right now, put first time. We're going to shout you out. If you've been here before in the chat, welcome them. Let's see who's here for the first time. Let's welcome them. I'm pinning some of your messages to the top of the thing right now so people can see you loud and clear in the chat. Here's what I'm saying. Okay, King Me in the building, how you feeling? If you're first time, Ab, how you feeling? Welcome to the show. We appreciate you. LVNO, we appreciate you. Whitney Oliver, we appreciate you. The Quest, how are you feeling? Melody, we appreciate you. Edrich, if you subscribe today, let me know. Did you subscribe today? A lucky person that subscribes today has a chance to make some money also. So if you subscribe today, let me know. Chris in the building. Lisa Cooper in the building. Mandy, how you feeling in the chat? Welcome first time. Lisa just dropped it out there for us. I'm going to pin all your messages in just a second. Let me get them up there and running. Here we go. Now we've got people coming in the building. Where are you from? And people that are coming in right now, drop your state. And everyone that's in here in the chat right now, everybody put your states in the chat because people are like, where's everybody from? In the chat right now. Put first time, put where you're from. Drop your freaking states so we can shout you out. We want to see where the hell you're from, what state you're in. I'm down here in Miami, Florida. We just moved into our new studio. We're actually heading into right across the hall. In about 2 weeks, we'll be in the new studio. See windows and all kind of craziness around us. You guys are going to love it. We greatly appreciate you. But so here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about something that's kind of important right now before I get off today. We're 10 to 11 every single day. When I take a look at Ghislaine Maxwell, when I take a look at her ability to go to prison for 2 to 3 years and not say anything, right? Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. But what I'm saying is when I take a look at now her speaking to DOJ and getting out there and all of a sudden, here comes subpoenas, right? So maybe they're like, Pam Bondi has to release this. Maybe Trump is doing something that we don't know. And that's what I keep trying to tell people. We could be on Trump about releasing the list. And Vaughn said, doesn't matter, they should just release the list. And I kind of agree they should release it, but maybe there's a reason why Trump is releasing it at this rate and taking a little bit slower. That's all I'm saying. I don't know that to be true. And maybe Trump is on the list as a client or as a guest. I'm not sure, right? I know my ass wasn't on the list. I can tell you that. I feel good about that. People in the chat right now probably sitting back going, whoo, not me. We all got other problems, right? We're all sitting back going, whoo, at least I ain't on that list. At least I got other shit going on. I ain't on that list. I got other lists I'm on, like got to pay my bill list. I got to take my kid to school list. I got to go outside and pay the pool guy list. I got a lot of other lists. But Lord knows we're not on that list. And people over here are getting stressed out. And hold on. I see people coming here claiming MAGA, claiming a bunch of stuff in the building right now. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Are you a Trump supporter? Are you not? Let's take a look right now because that determines how people come into the building. If you're in the building right now, Trump supporter or not, put in the chat right now. Put love Trump, put hate Trump, put impeach Trump. Put what you got to put. But I want to see how you guys feel. Cheryl just dropped a message. Lots of celebrities on that list. And that's the video I wanted to play again for you because this video right here, when I saw this video, I can't guarantee that everybody that I look at, like it's saying all these celebrities, I can't guarantee they're on the list, but I can say allegedly, this is a long list of people, and people are like, well, yeah, they're on the list. Let's watch that video again because this one was kind of creepy. Take a look. you know, when I take a look at that, it just here's the part that gets kind of creepy to me. There's so many celebrities. You start walking around, you get in different circles. You're like, wait a second, are you? What's going on with you? I'm hanging out with you, but what are you doing behind what we don't know about? Like, these are the kind of things that people start to get a little confused. And shout out to all you beautiful people today that watched live today, that subscribed today, that came into the building. Johnny Scott in the building. How you feeling? Jay Book, Gear Jammer. How you feeling? Nathan Ryder. If you're in the chat right now, I didn't say your name. Zach Scott, how you feeling? If you're watching live right now. Chris DeGarmo, is it DeGarmo? I see your message on there. We appreciate you. If you're watching live, Cynthia, how you feeling in the chat right now? Moments in the building, how you feeling? Everyone that's in the chat right now, let me tell you something. We just moved into the new building. I was telling people, if you're watching for the first time, we've been doing this for several years. Will I am in the building. How you feeling? Come into the chat. Let me see your messages right now. If you're in the building right now, put your favorite emoji in the chat right now. Put your favorite emoji because I want to see your names pop up. We have other features now. When we get to the widescreen here coming up, we're going to start recording in the wide format. When you start to see that, you're going to see your names pop up on the screen. We're going to have that on the screen when you subscribe. When you comment, it's going to pop up on there. We greatly appreciate you. We want to shout everybody out right now. If you're in the chat, put your freaking favorite emoji in the building right now. And if you're in the Mason mob, then you have a whole different list of emojis that you can utilize. I could drop some in the chat right now. Tough luck. How you feeling? And listen, right after the show, make sure Dale Hoffman in the building. How you feeling? Spider Alert, how are you doing? Mike DiCaprio in the building. Welcome to the show. Christian Pina in the building. Welcome back to the show if you're watching live. Let me see who else is coming in right now for the first time. We greatly appreciate you. Big Bill, big part of our show. Thanks for joining us all the time. Veronica, Christina, we love and appreciate you. Willie, listen, people that are coming in here right now, feel the steel. Make some noise. How the hell are we feeling out here? People that are watching live right now, we are also going to be hiring from within, giving some opportunities to some people that are watching live on our show. So make sure you come and tune every day, 10 to 11, because we are going to be offering some amazing opportunities, as you see right here. And after the show, remember, go on Instagram, TikTok, add me, send me a direct message so I can follow you back, and I can also communicate with you as much as humanly possible to help. If you guys have some things you got questions about, send it over to me. I take a look at my chat as much as I can, and after my show, I also do that as well. So I greatly appreciate you. Melody Sand in the building. Welcome to the show. Listen, here's what I want to say too. To end today's show, we have a few minutes left. We're 10 to 11. I want to end today's show with this. It is very difficult every single day waking up and seeing the change of what's going on, right? And the Clintons being subpoenaed is the first step in the direction, if you ask me, that Trump's like, okay, we're moving on right now. We're moving on with the situation. Like Trump issuing that, or the DOJ, or working with the FBI or whatever, issuing that is the first step in the right direction of this stuff being done, right? We can all attest to that, right? Like now that people are being subpoenaed, this will tell you that we're moving on. If you guys didn't see this clip, this lady said that she had, take a look at it. If you didn't come in early today and see this, make sure you guys are here at 9:55. Don't come late. Get in here. Family Guys in the building. We love and appreciate you. Make sure you come here early. We're live every day, 10 to 11. But get in here at 9:50. I got a chance for all you guys to make some money tomorrow. But let me show this clip one more time if you didn't see it when you first came in the building.
Jeffrey Epstein has no client list, but I ran an escort agency for 5 years. During one of those years, I actually kept track of my clients, and my list is over 10,000 names. When I was arrested, the prosecutors wanted my list. I told them they could have it if they went after the men the same way they went after me, which was to take all of their money and arrest them by an armed SWAT team. And guess what? They didn't want my list. They just wanted to cover up who was on there so it never got out to the public. The same way with Jeffrey Epstein's list. We will never know who's on there. It's a cover-up.
You know, and here's what I will say too. When I take a look at all these people that are coming to the chat, and I greatly appreciate you, there's so many opportunities that are coming to the show. What I will tell you is this. She was giving me some information about what she went through, and then obviously, you know, she gave some information, and then yada yada. She's like, you better go after them like you went after me, and yada. At this point in time, I would imagine that you know, they know who's on the list. Everyone knows who's on the list because they were arrested. That's the part that gets me every time, is a simple fact that they obviously know who's on the list because Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell would not be in jail. And Jeffrey Epstein no longer with us. That would not have happened. You get what I'm saying right now? And shout out to the chat. Family Guy in the building. Everybody in the chat right now. Put family in the chat right now. If you're watching live in the damn building right now, everybody watching live right now, put family in the chat right now for Family Guy in the building. We appreciate with the super chat. All love to you. Make some noise. Family always comes and support the show. We love and appreciate you. Always appreciate you. And yeah, look, coming here at 9:50. Here's why you got to come in early to the show. I can communicate with you guys very easily if you come at 9:50. Why? Because when you get on here, we can communicate, boom, 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 just like that, having conversation before I go live. It makes it easy for me to communicate. And I want to be able to talk with you guys before the show starts. Here's another chance right now. There's over 200 people in here right now. If you're watching live, Richard, we appreciate you. If you're watching live right now in the chat right now, listen to me. Tomorrow, we're live on the show. We're going to cover sports, entertainment, everything coming up. If you're watching live right now on the show, okay, I'm offering you this. Tomorrow morning, if we have 100 people before the show starts, the countdown starts at 10. If we get 100 people before the countdown starts at 10, I'm going to give someone in here $200 right as soon as the show starts. Listen, people, listen live. Do not forget, if you're watching live right now, hear what I'm saying. Tomorrow morning, when we go live at 10 a.m., if we have 100 people waiting before the show starts, before 10 a.m. I'm going to start doing this on a daily basis and start pumping some awesome stuff for you guys watching now, some opportunities for you guys. If we have 100 people before the show starts, I'm going to offer someone in here $200 as soon as the show starts. I got to do it. You guys support me, Family Guy. We love it. I got something special for you, Family Guy. So I want to talk with you. Send me a direct message on Instagram, TikTok. If you guys are watching, my goal is to take care of my beautiful people that join our show. Join the Mesa Mob. Jump in. Join the community. It's $1 a month. If you don't have the $1, send me a direct message on Instagram. I'll send you the damn $1, and you can join the Mesa Mob. Christina, welcome to the show as a moderator. Christina, we love and appreciate you here all the time, has joined the moderating team. We love and appreciate you so much. You've done so many great things coming to the show all the freaking time. Pimple Mama, Tracy, Candy have done such a great job doing that, and now you have beautiful Christina on your team to help out. The girls are such amazing moderators. Let me tell you something. Guys, we moderate, but girls, whoo, they are on it, watching heavy. We greatly appreciate you guys. Communicate. Pimple Mama, add Christina to the Mason Mob chat. We love and appreciate all you beautiful. If you guys have Instagram, if you got TikTok, whatever you got, add me after the show, so we can have conversation. Without you guys, there is no show. I try to say that all the time. We have a new studio, and people that are watching live for the first time today are like, where are you based? I'm based in Miami, Florida. We had another studio. We moved into the new building in downtown Brickell, downtown Miami, and we are moving in 3 weeks right across the hall into our final destination. It is going to be absolutely amazing. King Me 305, babies in the Mason Mob. Make some noise! We freaking appreciate you. Let me tell you something right now. Everybody put King in the chat right now. Everybody right now, put King in the freaking chat right now. Everybody, King. Drop King in the chat right now, because we love and appreciate people that support the show. Family Guy, you're here all the time. We love and appreciate you. Remember, here's the last chance I'm going to tell you. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., if we have 100 people right now in the chat, are you going to be here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.? Right now in the chat, put yes. If you're going to be here tomorrow morning at 9:55 before the damn countdown, put yes in the chat right now. I'm going to call you out if you're not there in the chat right now. Put yes in the chat right now. If you're going to be here right when the countdown starts, so you guys can make some money tomorrow morning, put yes in the chat right now. I'm going to call you out. I'm seeing your names right now at 9:55. Make sure you are here, because when that countdown starts at 10, if there's 100 people before I start the countdown at 10, one of you is making $200 as soon as the show starts, and we're going to do some awesome time. And you guys can also call into the show. You're going to see our desk right here. Let me scroll back. See this desk right here? You can guys see a lot of, you guys are going to see on the front, the televisions, everything in the studio. We got a lot going on. Before we sign off today, here's what I got to ask you one last time. Smack that damn like button right now if you're watching live. Double tap your screen on your mobile devices. If you're watching right now, I greatly appreciate you, and I'm getting ready to sign off. You're going to see the logo flash up on the screen. When you see it, give it 15 seconds and then leave a message on the video. Just refresh your screens. All love to you. Let me close those polls right now. Bang! Just close them right there. You can see I dropped it out there. It said, is Ghislaine Maxwell getting out of prison? 54% of people said yes. Some people think she's getting out, so it's going to be a little crazy. All love to you. Remember, guys, tomorrow morning, be here at 9:55 for that countdown, because I want you guys to make some freaking money tomorrow. That's how we do it, baby, on the show. I will see all of you tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of your day. You can connect with me all through social media. Refresh in about 15 seconds on this clip, and I will see you guys soon. Leave a message. Love you guys. Take care.
Any man notice you rub on my feet, you gonna know Sherry work hard for her money. So Yo, he was so sweet and smooth. Ladies, he was like, your feet look great. Even when I said, I'm sorry, he said, you'd be surprised at the feet I see. And I'm so glad that I had worn red toenail polish because he noticed. And he said, you got red toenail polish on.